Hey, my name is PolishLynx and welcome to Sakura MMO 3 out of the library. Right, let's continue the journey, right? Journey back to the mainline takes less time than I expected. With Bonnie as our guide, she is able to return our boat to the familiar shores of Hawthorne in a scan of handful days. Bonnie and Theon lash the boat up the harbor, and then the five of us exit our vessel and step on dry land. So Bonnie is going with us after all? Oh, thank goodness. I stretch my arms in the air and sigh, then glance around the Hawthorne's harbor. Large boats of differing sizes are lashed up in the harbor beside me. Large trading vessels owned by companies, small boats belonging to independent merchants, and a handful of fishing boats, their decks clustered with buckets filled with their latest hauls. Men, women of all ages manned around the harbor, helping the sailors remove their wares from decks of their boats. The smell of fish is heavy in the air and excitable. Chatter mingles with screams and yells from the nearby market as traders try to sell their wares. This place really is a bustling hub of activity. I was a little afraid, before disembowering, that Bonnie might be spotted by the village guards and arrested for crimes. Fortunately, this place is so busy nobody's paying us a blind bit of attention. I'm so glad to be on dry land again. Dry land, huh? It's been a while since I last pulled in the port. Bonnie's voice is wistful, and there is a complicated smile on her face. I guess it makes sense. Two girls like me and Ellery weren't made for life made on the seven seas. Return to dry land is a relief. To Bonnie, however, who spent most of her life at sea, being on a boat probably feels more homely than a harbor ever could. Now I'm curious. Have you ever been to Hawthorne before? Of course I have! Haven't you been listening to me? I've been almost everywhere there is to go in Asaph. Hawthorne's pretty famous for its markets. I won't be much of a bar if I hadn't stopped by here at least once. But you don't like it here. It's not that I don't like it, but I just prefer being out in the seas. There are too many people here, and it's all so crowded. I prefer being on the boat with my crew, able to go anywhere and everywhere. Not that I have a boat of my own or a crew. Those bitches. So, what are you going to do now? I presume you don't want to come with me on my own journey. Nothing just like this, sorry Viola. I think you're a stand-up girl, but I can't leave my life tied to somebody else. I pursue my own ambitions, and my own ambitions alone. I think I can hear Neve mumble, "Thank goodness," under her breath, but I choose not to comment on it. But as much, I would have been more surprised if you had the change of your mind. So, what will you do now? Are you going to pursue your own path in life? Of course, that's what I always do. But you don't have a crew anymore, Bonnie. You'll be completely on your own. I know that how that feels, and it's pretty rotten. Being alone sucks, so if you want to, you're always welcome to join us. Ha! How kind of you. You have a way with words, little miss. I appreciate the offer, and I'm glad you trust me so much after spending such a amount of time together. That's because Fiona doesn't think with her brain. She just does whatever she wants, like an animal. But I really can't stay with you. I know I would like it. And anyway, Bonnie gives Neve a knowing look, her eyes shining. I think Neve would hate it. Whew! Neve holds her arms across her wrists and turns her nose up in the air. Ha, you see? Even after saving her behind, this contrary little darkling still can't stand me. No, get your facts right, you musclehead. You didn't save me, I was completely fine. Oh, worry now. So when that kraken caught you in its tentacles and was gonna crush you to death, that was all part of your master plan. Everyone's under control. Ready now, cause they didn't look like that with me. Pahaha. You. Neve's face begins to turn an adorable shade of pink. She glowers, gritting her teeth together in embarrassment. Oh, whatever. That doesn't matter. I'm alright now. We're alright, and we made it back to Hawthorne safe and sound, and we don't need you anymore. I only put up with you at Milady's request because we need somebody to help us navigate, but it's over now. You did help us to admit it. But the road's finished now. You should go now and leave me and Milady in peace. Hey, Neve! Don't you think you're being a little unfair to Bonnie? That's right. Putting your personal feelings to the side. She was a great asset to our team. I never said she wasn't, but it doesn't mean I have to like her. In fact, that makes me dislike her even more. It's alright, I don't like being rescued by a woman like hey, Dida. There. Bonnie Spines reaches out to pat the top of Neve's head. Oi! Ooh, I wouldn't do that if I were you. It will be fine. Neve is all bark and bite. If she doesn't hate me as much as she says. I wouldn't be so sure about that. If she does bite you, you'll have nobody to blame but yourself. Well, you know me. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. Bah! Bonnie is great. And with a careless laugh, Bonnie rests her palm firmly on the top of Neve's head. I pause, waiting for the inevitable blowout. I can see Neve's fingers clenching into fists at her sides, her teeth grin together with such force of surprise she hasn't sounded her incisors down. A vein stands out in Neve's forehead. Inwardly, I count to 3. And second now, Neve is going to blow. 1, 2, 3! But to my surprise, the tantrum doesn't come. Though I'm sure Neve wants to use her magic to sear the skin of Bonnie's face, she doesn't. Holy crap. I don't know what immense restraint Neve is using, but... For once she hasn't lost her temper. Instead, she stands there stiffly and lets Bonnie pat her as though she doesn't despise her. There, you see? For all she complains, I know Neve doesn't hate me that much. In fact, for a darkling she ain't half bad. I might have to re-evaluate my opinion on her species. Neve glows up at Bonnie, who's a full head taller than she is, even factoring in her hoard. Don't act smug! Still can't stand you, and I'm not letting you pat my head because I like you. I'm doing this because I don't want to cause a scene. I had the feeling of your skin against mine. It makes me want to tear my own hair out. But I can't bear any hardship for me, lady. I can overcome an obstacle in my way, even if that obstacle is you, my arch nemesis. Ha 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 ha! What a funny girl you are! I'm really funny! I'm really serious! Now take your filthy hands off me right now! I haven't heard enough humiliation! Right. I guess better not push my luck! Still grinning, Bonnie drops her hand from Neve's head. Well, putting Miss Grumpy to one side for now, it was a pleasure to meet all of you, girls. I know I wasn't all that gracious at first, but I've grown rather fond of you all. I'll miss you all. But I can't stay with you. My journey's not over yet, and I want to see how far I can go on my own 2 legs. But what will you do, Bonnie? Where will you go? Well, I ain't entirely sure yet, but I know what I should do. I'm gonna pull together all my dosh and buy a brand new boat. It might take months or even years, but I'm not gonna let myself languish on dry land forever. Then, when I've got a boat, I'll start looking for a brand new crew. With factory and boat assembled, I'll go out onto the high seas and I'll track down those good-for-nothing girls who let you capture me. I need to show them that old Bonnie does let people double-cross her and get away with it. I'll teach those warmins a lesson they'll never forget, and I'm gonna get my boat back. That's what I'll do, and I won't rest until you've done it. To be fair, I would give her our boat. The sun shines over the Hawthorne harbor, making Bonnie's hair shine. She looks proud and noble, just like some kind of superhero, and I can't help but believe her. Bonnie is a stubborn, hard-headed woman who refuses to give up, and if she says she's going to track down her old boat, I'm sure that's exactly what she'll do. I think that is a very press call, but you should allow me to make things simpler for you. And how are we gonna do that? You said you need to work, raise the money to buy a boat, but I think that's an unnecessary step. You already have a boat at your disposal. And what boat that exactly? The boat you just lapsed up to the harbor, of course. Hehehe. Huh? What? But that's your boat. You paid for it, fair and square. I don't have a stake in it. And since when did pirates care about things being fair and square? That philosophy didn't come up when you launched that attack on me. Yeah, but that was before I got to know you. Pirates might rob from strangers, but we don't take from those we consider our equals. I do have some honor now. I know, and it is most honorable, but you would not be stealing this boat from me. I'm offering it as a gift. I have no further use for it. But you can't just buy the beauty of a boat like this. It must have cost a pretty penny. I did, and that's why I'm giving to you. You would make better use of it than I ever could. For free? For free. Holy shit. No string attached. Not at all. You've already helped me enough. But that... Bonnie looks between me and the boat, and back again, speechless. To a woman like Bonnie who stole tirelessly for everything she owns, receiving gifts like this must be quite a shock. Bonnie is a prideful woman and that pride prevents her from accepting expensive gifts, but I don't tend to let her refuse my generosity. Giving her this boat is the least I can do to thank her. If it weren't for her, I never would have reached Crescent Island. I owe her more than she perhaps realizes. And in any case, I'm just not cut out to be captain. I'm afraid I'd much prefer the glory of saving the world instead. God damn it, I kinda hoped for some kind of hug between the two hours. It'd be nice if we could relax after returning from our voyage at sea, but as the saying goes, there is no rest for the wicked. Do you want to arrive on mainland? We head towards Roseberry Forest, where the sentient sycamore dwells. We walk through the forest together, our faces set and grimly determined. We can't afford to stop. Not now. Not when we are so close. The trees thin out, and we soon enter a spacious clearing. It's so quiet you could hear a pin drop. A small river runs around a small little island, where the tall, imposing tree stands, its boughs spread and held with ropes of ivy. The sentient sycamore! I raise my hand and glare at the tree. I'm not close enough to trigger its fighting instincts. It remains deceptively still and silent like the other trees in the forest. The thought that the underworld lurks beneath the tree is ludicrous. But I know it to be true. That's what the book in the Forbidden Library said. To open that way to another world, one of us will need to approach the tree, rest their hand on its trunk, and recite a spell. It sounds like a simple task, but when I strain my ears, I swear I can hear the wind whispering to me. Go back! Turn away! It isn't safe. Well, I know that. From the moment I accepted Garania's ludicrous request, I knew my life would be in danger. That's just the way things are. If you want to win big, you need to be prepared to risk it all. I'm willing to put my life on the line to save Asaph. Ah! I did it from you! These words suddenly bubble forth from Fion's mouth, much to my surprise. I might have been afraid in the past, but I'm not anymore! I faced the werewolf and the both wolf pirates and the massive kraken compared to you! You're nothing! So you're a little Peruvian, you like to do laughing to girls, huh? So what? I ain't scared! It's fun time somebody put you in your place! Fion dashes forward before I can even stop her. She jumps over the small river that flows around the tree and kicks the trunk hard with her right foot. Kicking the tree must hurt. Fion winces, her eyes watering, but she doesn't stop her at all. I don't think anything could stop her. Take that and that and that! Neither watches on, her lips pursing with a thin line. What is that idiot doing? You need to stop her, Viola. The tree will tear her apart in revenge. No, let's wait a bit longer. But, look. I point towards the tree. Incensed. Perhaps by Fion's lack of respect, its branches are beginning to shift. The birds, which were once perched peacefully among the trees' foliage, flutter away in alarm, all squawking. The vines unfurl from the trees, both like limbs, long and flexible. They reach out towards Fion. They're going to grab her! I can see where this is going. The tree is going to scoop Fion up and then it will humiliate her. That may be the case, but I think this part of our impulsive little girl's plan. You mean she's capable of thinking ahead? I believe so. Fion's causing ruckus, so the tree will turn his full into her. That should give us enough time to sneak up on it and recite a spell that will make it unveil its secrets. Ah, I see. I suppose that is a clever idea. It's clever, yeah, if you don't value your own dignity. The three of us turn to look at Fion. Oh boy. By now the tree has managed to completely ensnare her in its vines. It elevates her into the sky, and for she screams and kicks, it does little good. The tree is too strong, and she won't be able to break free of its vice-like grip. Not on her own. It's not possible. If we wait too long, the vines of the tree will start to peel away Fion's clothes, and then... I'm not going to let that happen! The only one allowed to humiliate my little girl is me! I can't let her be harassed in such a manner, not when she's using herself as live bait. It's time to make my move. No, milady! There's no reason why you should be put yourself in danger. I'll go to the tree and recite the spell in your stead. But I'm your mistress, you're just my maid. It is my job to put my life on the line for your sake. No, that's wrong! You've done more than enough for me already, as you might. It's my turn to serve you. You'll be alright, lady, you can trust me. The book in the Forbidden Library said we had to press our hands on the tree's bark where the sag is piled, didn't it? It's a complex incantation, but I memorized it all. As a darkling, I have magic abilities of my own. This should be beyond me. Unless you don't trust me. Oh, god damn it! How dare you, Neve! How dare you! I just Alright, I will regret this choice maybe, or maybe I will not. Let's see, I will trust you with my life, Neve! Of course I trust you. I trust you with my life. Good, I could say this about you too, lady. I love you a lot. What's up, doggo? Oh, little doggo afraid of the ground there. Oh. Alright. I love you a lot. And that's why I'd never forgive myself if you got hurt. I won't allow it. I can't allow it. That's why I'll open the pathway in your stead. Neve scampers ahead before I can call her back. She leaps over the river that circles the tree with the agility of a cat, her feet making barely any noise. The tree is focused on trying to divest Fionn on what scanty clothes she's wearing. It doesn't pay Neve attention, not the same thing. Maybe she can do this. Maybe she will succeed. Neve presses the flat of her palm against the side of the tree and closes her eyes. Beneath her breath, she begins to mumble the magic words that we saw in that book in the library. Oh, mighty monument, reveal to me your secrets! Wait, that's it? Right. Fractals fly begin to shimmer around her fingers as Neve speaks, growing stronger and stronger with every passing second. Show me this humble mortal the entrance to the land which success traverse, shroud darkness and gloom, for they may be. The earth beneath my feet begins to grow. The ground trembles in awe beneath the power of Neve's magic. Lend me your wisdom and let the path be known! But on the very final line of the incantation, the tree realizes that something is amiss. He drops Fionn from his vines, so she plummets through the air and hits the ground with a dull toot. Ow! Fionn whimpers and rubs her butt with her right hand. Her hair is messy and her scarf is coming untied, but she doesn't seem to care. She's staring at Neve. And so am I. Neve is surrounded by magical energy. It pulses like a heartbeat. The entrance to the underworld is slowly being wrenched open. She's knocking on the door, but it hasn't opened yet. And the tree can see what she's doing. It's going to attack her and she's too focused on her magic to defend herself. Vines shoot towards Neve at an impossible speed. I don't think that tree will be content to merely fondle her. As it's done with so many fortunate girls, he said it will impale her. It's going to kill her. Well, it won't if I can help it. I raise hand, ready to cast a spell. My peasant garb melts away, revealing my dark witch dress as I shout. Fire! Or something so pretty! I shoot the fire spell at the offending vines, while Ellery simultaneously leaps forward with her sword unsheathed. My fire burns up the vines as they reach out for Neve, while Ellery's sword cuts them down. I'm not going to let this tree lay a single leaf on Neve. That is all I ask. Please answer my prayers and open the door! And with this final incantation. Whoa! Yeah! Shockwaves ripple to the ground. The tree, which was once determined to destroy Neve, falters. It pauses. Then, without warning, a loud crack fills the air, like a bolt of lightning. It almost sounds as though the earth itself gets cracked in two, like a smashed plate, but that isn't it. It's not the earth, but the tree! In an instant, the thick trunk has split from top to bottom. The sentient sycamore is gaping open like a wound, revealing. No way! A vast dark passageway that leads down to the unknown. We finally found it. The entrance to the underworld.
I can't believe it!
What?
I don't know how to put this nicely, but I think you just stepped on somebody's ribcage.
Oh, for the God's sake. The four of us are slowly traversing the depths of the underworld. The path we're walking is narrow, and it shears away into nothing but darkness. Unlike the Forbidden Library, which was so painfully wide it hurt my eyes, the hidden world underneath Asaph's earth is the exact opposite. Though I'm holding a flickering flame in my right hand to light the way, I see blackness no matter where I look. The narrow road stretches downwards indefinitely, twisting and curving, and our path is strewn with skeletal remains.
I wonder where all these bones came from. Do you think these are the people who came here after they died?
I know. They could just well be people who stumbled in the underworld by accident and died attempting to escape.
Then you don't mean... Even if we do defeat the evil goddess, we might end up trapped like here forever?
Stop squealing, worrying won't help anything. Hey, you will be... Seriously, dude, it's freaking hot, man, don't... Why would you lie there? We can worry about how we'll escape after we found the goddess.
Ah, you're so cool, Neve. You don't sound phased at all.
That's what Fion says, but I'm not so sure. Neve has been acting a little... odd. Ever since we started our descent into the bowels of the underworld. Her shoulders are straighter than usual, and her mouth is set into a thin line. She keeps glancing here and there, but there aren't any sounds. Is she hearing things we can't?
This place is so creepy. It smells super bad too.
Please, Casey, you're complaining. When we meet the goddess herself, we'll have more to worry about than a foul stench.
But it really does smell bad, Neve. Don't you think it's gross? It's making the hairs on my arms and legs shrivel up and die.
Neve pulls a face, her snub nose wrinkling. For a girl, the descriptions are rather uncouth. And why do you have hairs on your legs anyway?
I don't fuss about my appearance as much as you, Neve. There are more important things in life.
I can tell from just one glance that you don't. Your appearance is nothing short of shocking.
It ain't as shocking as this stage, though. I swear it's getting worse and worse with each step we take.
Fion's right. This aroma is quite... overpowering. Then breathe in through your mouth, not your nose. I've been trying, but it smells so strong I can't even taste it on my tongue. Edith breaths on what head against her mouth. As for this might help stem the pungent aroma of death that hangs in the air. Unfortunately, it doesn't. I know the smell is unpleasant, but we can't let it stop us. We need to press on.
Even if I throw up?
Even so, we can't go back now. We've come too far. The lady's right. Stop moaning, Fion. We have to overcome these trials if we want to have a slight of hope at besting Kiona. And get mauled by filthy slime tentacle for you to go back down here before we even reach the goddess' chamber.
I guess being assaulted by the Kraken stayed with you, huh, Neve?
Of course it stayed with me. It was full and pleasant experience, but I bore it all for the sake of our quest. I've sacrificed all to be here, my pride included, and I wanted to get in the way.
Whoa! Neve, calm down. I know you've been through lots, but so have me and Harry. We've worked hard too, and we ain't gonna back down now. I'm not gonna run away. You can count on me.
Fion smiles and loops an arm around Neve's stiff shoulder.
We've been through a lot together, you and me. We got tough to early start, but we're friends, alright?
Well, I suppose.
There you see. I got you back, you got mine. Ain't gonna hide the layout. Yeah, just cause it's a little stinky.
Well, that's a relief. If you'd thought about draining these trust now, in our fleet, I would have obliterated you.
Don't worry about it. We'll all say the word, no matter what.
Right, that's right. We're here together. I need to try and trust you more. You're my precious comrades, and I'm sorry for snapping at you so much. Something about this place. It's so dark and vast, it makes me feel uneasy. Almost like I'm all alone. You're not alone, Neve. Maybe that's what the voice of the god is telling you, but she's wrong. We're all here for you, and we all support you. I'm here for you, and I'll support you. No, I believe in my people. We are all here, goddammit. We are all here for you. And we will all support you. Yeah, writing down, of course, the answer, right? So I know later on to not repeat the same over and over. We're all here for you and we'll support you when you need to it. You don't have to bear this burden alone.
Oh, my lady, thank you.
Can you hear the voice in your head right now?
Let's write your voice down. Here is far louder than it was above ground.
What did she think?
That we should turn back now. There's no hope that we can defeat her. And nothing will stop her from executing her plan.
So she's boasting. How unoriginal. If she truly had faith that her plan would succeed, she wouldn't bully you, so she would have no need.
Do you truly believe that?
I do. The more somebody looks themselves up, the less confident they are in their own skills. That only makes me more positive that we can succeed, so don't lose heart. I'll be with you every step of the way.
My lady, I do appreciate it. If you were at my side, I'd do what I would do. Viola's voice is so loud I can barely hear my own thoughts. If it's as for she might possess me. The further we walk, the more concerned I grow that my body might not be my own, but the goddess's vessel.
What? Goddess won't possess you. You're too strong. If you get her, I'll protect you. I think the first one. I like how the goddess is set with the lowercase letter. That's how it should be. So good job on that, Wind Cloud. You're too strong, girl. Don't be silly, Neve. That will never happen. No matter what she says, I won't let you lose yourself or your grip to reality. On reality. Alright, that's freaking cool. We'll get this news actually like for free. Ooh. Oh, don't you dare cut me out of freaking electricity, okay? Don't you dare cut me out of electricity, you bastards. I need this right now. If you feel like the goddess influence is growing too strong, just tell me. I'll shake you back to your senses.
Do you really mean that?
Of course, I am your mistress and nobody else. I will not allow anybody else to possess you. You matter far too much to me. I don't know what I would do without you, Neve.
Ah, do you mean that much to you?
You're indispensable.
Then in that case, I'll be strong. I love you, and no matter what the goddess says, I'll never turn against you. I believe in that.
Neve raised her head, her eyes shining with newfound courage.
Have faith in me and in all of us.
Good, I'm glad. So, Neve, if the goddess's voice is louder now than it has been before, does it mean we are drawing nearer? Do you think we are almost at the lair?
I'm sure of it, milady. We do not have long to go until we can meet her face to face. We are truly in belly of the beast now.
Holy crap, she's hot.
My, it has been long time since any mortals managed to sneak their way into my subterranean kingdom. If I were a more unreasonable woman, your impertinence would anger me. But I confess, I find myself rather impressed at your daring. Few have managed to find the hidden entrance to my realm. And none have made it back to the surface alive.
Yeah, I did see that. Remains. Of those foolish enough to face the by the entrance. It was quite uncooperative to leave so many skeletons linked about.
That's right! I dropped on man's ribcage, it went crack! Just like that! I've never heard a more horrible sound. Give me nightmares for sure. I must apologize about the interior decoration. I admit it leaves quite a bit to be desired.
Okay, over here is pretty nice. The goddess glances around her darkened chamber and sighs.
It is so very cold and drawing here, and one does grow tired of all the human remains.
And the darkness and the decay and the smell is like a cheap haunted house.
How cutting you are in your criticisms. As a guest, you should be more polite to your hostess. For you do have point.
I don't particularly like living here either. The cold air is not good for me, nor is the constant stench of death. Wanna live in our nightmare citadel then? I wouldn't mind. But I suppose I have grown used to it after all these years. I've had long time to adjust to these miserable conditions, you see. For the goddess's voice remains cordial. I can tell that's nothing more than a facade. Her fingers grip the armrests of her throne a little tightly when she speaks of her manifold years of captivity, and I can see her shaking with ill-suppressed rage. That is what fuels the goddess, of that I'm sure. Hatred, anger, a thirst for revenge. And yet, despite these ugly emotions that churn inside her heart, the goddess's mask of civility does not slip. She smiles, inclining her head to one side, and says softly, I hope you can get used to the state of another world, but I fear you will stay here for a very, very long time. Once you cross the threshold of my kingdom, there was no going back. Brave though you might be, intrepid explorers, you are also foolish if you think you can best me. It's impossible, mortals can never hope to defeat goddess. Well, we just have to see about that, won't we? So still mean to fight me, despite my warning. What a feisty girl you are! I can see the rebellion burning your eyes, and desire for victory within your soul. Yeah, I like that. I like brave girls like you, who are willing to fight and die for the sake of the world. That will make crushing your resolve all the sweeter. But where are my manners? I haven't introduced myself yet. What a poor hostess I am. My name is Viola. I was once a goddess of life, as you may be aware, but the certain events occurred. Now I live down here. It's a pleasure to meet ya. Oh no, the pleasure is all mine. I give the goddess of death a little courtesy. My, how polite! You humans really are amusing. You came here meaning to beat me, yet you still show me respect. You really are entertaining. Of course, I would expect no less from you, Viola.
You know Viola's name?
But of course, I'm a goddess, fallen for maybe, and I know more than a human ever could. You've made quite a name for yourself in Asaph, Viola. You're the most powerful dark witch Asaph has ever seen in over centuries, or so they say. I really am pleased that I was able to meet a soldier herself. On behalf of the world, I welcome you to my home. But let us not forget your faithful companions who aided you in your travels. Welcome, Fion, the quick-fingered thief, and you, Lily, the brave knight.
Whoa, she knows my name too! Hearing goddess saying my name is all kinda weird. I'm getting goosebumps! Maybe I should ask for her autograph?
It's no time to getting starstruck now. We have job to do, remember?
Yeah, I almost forgot. Seriously, she's so pretty and polite. I almost feel bad for hurting her.
And as for the final member of the party, I know all about you. In fact, I might even know more about you than you do yourself. Never takes a step back, trembling. She averts her eyes, trying to avoid the goddess's gaze, but it's hopeless. The goddess is all-seeing and all-knowing, and she can whisper in the mind of all the darklings across Asaph. Yona is a darkling just like them. They have the same complexion, the same horns growing there from their scalps, and the same tails. They are of the same species. They share the same blood. They are connected. And maybe that's why the goddess is paying my mate special attention. Now, don't shrink away from me. You're hiding my feelings, you know.
And why should I care about your feelings? You never once cared about mine. You've been whispering cross-frightening things in my head for months now, all in an attempt to scare me. You think you have claim to my life because we're from the same species. You think that gives you a right to fill my head with thoughts that are not my own, and remove all the hope from my heart. You're wrong, you have nothing to do with me, goddess or that, and you need to stay out of my head.
Oh my, what a violent rejection. I was hoping we could be friends. You upset me never. As a fellow dragling, I thought we might have some things in common, but you seem to hate me.
I do hate you, everything you stand for.
Oh dear, and I was hoping we could have a productive conversation. I think we have one or two things in common, or raised by sides. But let's put that one to the side for now. You girls do not need to tell me why you have come here, for I already know. The witch Gardenia sent you here, didn't she?
Hey! You know Gardenia too?
Like I already said, my charming lady, I'm a goddess. It's my duty to know what is happening in Asaph. Do try to keep us. And as for that conniving witch, the goddess grits her teeth together as a paroxysm of hungry flushes across her face, rending it almost ugly. Yeah, I know her only too well. Gardenia, curse her name, is the one who took my beloved iron away from me. Say what? Silent descends in the goddess' darkened chamber of death. I had heard little about Iona's past from Guardian herself, and gleaned yet more from the book in the Forbidden Library, but I hadn't known. Nobody told me that the girl who came between Iona and Terrana was Gardenia herself. Oh, Gardenia didn't inform you about that, huh? Did she? Well, I can imagine she would. It was exactly her finest hour.
I don't get it. How could Gardenia be the one who betrayed you? If she was alive back then, before we got banished and all, she must be at least, let's see... 1, 2, 3...
She's 1,500 years old!
Eh? No way! Gardenia is like she's super wise and all, but she can't be that old. She looks pretty young to me, and people can't live for that long, even if they are witches.
Normal people can't, no. But Gardenia found favor with the gods. She was born to a poor family and seemed to be an unremarkable girl at first. Until she had the first vision.
Vision!
Well, I suppose you could call it a prophecy. This human girl who seemed ordinary glance was actually born with a power few gods possess, the ability to see the future. Her ability at predicting when the crops would thrive and when they would fail gave her acclaim across all of Asaph. People traveled far and wide to hear her predictions, for the art of her prophecy is a tricky one and not always reliable. Even so, she succeeded far more than she failed. And it was not long before she caught the attention of the gods themselves. The gods saw she had immense magical energy, and they wished to utilize her for their own ends. I was worried such a young girl would find it difficult to fit in among the gods, so I offered to be her mentor in the arts of magic. I cared for her and I helped her, and I taught her how to control her magic, but she betrayed me. She took her from me, and she reduced me to what I am now. I can't forgive her, and I can't forgive anybody who would try to fight me in her stead. She received the blessings of the gods, and eternal love along with it. I meanwhile was banished to the underworld, where I have rotted for over 1,000 years, with nobody to comfort me, and nobody to confide in. It took a long time for me to regain my former powers also, but now I can feel the magic coursing in my veins once more. And I think about the prowess is also power. Kind of. Whatever. It's time for the seeds of my vengeance to finally bear fruit. I will kill that meddling witch Gardenia, who stole my happiness away from me, and the rest of the world along with her. Isn't that going a bit too far? How about just getting rid of the gods? Then I will make the world some rule over it as its sole goddess. You can be my goddess. Do you really think you can defeat me after all my careful planning? How amusing. Iona sits back down on her throne, her eyes flashing with contempt. Your feeble, half-hearted attempts to save the world really are charming, but I won't let you best me. You will all die. It is inevitable. I cannot let you stand against me. Not now. But I am not a cruel woman. If I now live in the underworld, I was once a goddess of life. So I will kill you. I do not wish to cause you any pain or suffering. I will kill you in the kindest, gentlest, softest way I can. It will be like falling asleep. Only it will be a very long, dreamless sleep of which you will never wake. What do you say? Will you let me kill you gently? Or will you try to resist? Where is the choice? Of course, I am only one answer to that. You're delusional, Iona. How delusional? You call me. That's right, there's no chance I'll stand here and let you kill me. You claim to be kind and caring, but if that was true, you wouldn't try to destroy Asaph because of your own selfish feelings.
Well, I mean, I still understand why she would
do that. I do the same. Yeah, I don't honestly understand why you are so surprised. You don't really need cola after vodka, what the heck? And, oh yeah, but back to this. And yes, I'm like that as well, I guess. You've spent too much time in the underworld, and it has warped you. Gardenia was right when she charged us with this quest. You were completely insane, and that is why you have to be stopped. I don't completely agree with that. Ah, that is the answer. How boring. Well, now I have no qualms about killing you. It was a pleasure to meet all of you, but now we must say farewell. The end of Asaph is in night, and I will not let pests like you get in my way. And with a click of her fingers. She did what?
Eh?
This is... An object materializes in the air, suspended by the god's immense magical powers. It's not a weapon though. In fact, it doesn't look dangerous at all. It is, in fact.
A mirror?
That's right. This is a mirror. It's my mirror, which I have poured all my magical energy into. It's a mirror that shows the true nature of people's hearts. It strips all the deceit bare and reveals what is truly inside you. All your darkest desires, your most shameful secrets, and the unshakable truths that you may wish to hide. Wait, now that I think about it, I think Viola is safe. I mean, come on. She basically does what she wants to do there.
And so what? No matter what way you look at it, it's just a stupid old mirror. It's not going to do any real damage with that thing. It's a more than a prop.
Oh, is that what it seems to like? To you, little girl, let me elucidate. I have no desire to fight you with my own two hands. I'm goddess after all, and you are mere mortals. You're not worth my time and attention, and I have no desire to waste my energy on you, nor sully my hands.
Then you're a coward!
Coward, man. How charming, coming from a girl who's trembling at the mere sight of me.
I'm trembling!
Shh, Fion. Let's hear what the goddess has to say. It might be important. We've been listening to what she has to say for the last half an hour. I don't think that was... What? Was it really half an hour? Considering at the end of the word is at stake, she enjoys the sound of her own voice. Perhaps, but how could you begrudge me that? It has been so many years since I was last able to speak to another human, even if you are only mortals. I may be speaking a tad too much, but the knight is correct in her assumption. What I have to say is very important. Deadly important, in fact. You see, I had no desire to kill you myself. And that's why I'll make you precious maid do it for me. You can be... Nebe? That's right, your adorable little maid. Look, she's walking toward the mirror right now, drawn like a moth to the flame. I turned my head as to Fion and Ellery. The dark goddess is right. While she was giving her little speech, Neve crept silently toward the mirror, the soles of her shoes making less noise than cushioned cat's paws. What the f... is going on? Neve's eyes look strangely empty, like stones, and her lips are pursed. Damn, she's bigger than I thought. Can this
mirror really be that powerful?
Neve's fingers reach out for the mirror. They brush against the glass, and she flinches.
I feel like is there also part of the magic?
I swallow a bit, feelings bubbling up inside my chest. Neve, don't look in the mirror any longer! But my warning comes too late. For once, Neve doesn't heed my words. She doesn't even turn her head to look at me. She's completely enraptured by the mirror.
Do you like this mirror, my mate? Are you drawn to it? That's right. It has a strange grease power. It's like it's sucking me in.
Good, good. That's what it's supposed to do. It calls out to desperate dares like you, who've been hiding their true feelings far too long. Finally, you can be honest with yourself. You can feel what you want, think what you want, say what you want, and nobody will judge you.
Nobody?
That's right, ignore everything else, let the world shrink around you. Right now it's just you and the mirror. Let the mirror consume you. Let it devour your aging, agonized heart. Never know!
I don't know what that mirror is, but it's doing something fishy to Neve.
Astutely put as always.
We need to stop it from hurting her. Let's destroy it!
Fion takes two of the daggers from her belt and hurls them through the air with deadly precision. I think she means to shatter the mirror with a blade, but... As if I would let you destroy the fruits of my hard labor so easy. Fion's daggers never managed to make it to the mirror. The daggers pause in midair, seemingly with nothing, and then fall to the ground with two dual clunks. Fion stares at her deflected daggers, her eyes wide.
Well, did it work? Then again!
Fion draws two more daggers from her belt, but I stop her before she can throw them. It's no use.
But...
Save your projectiles. You won't be able to reach Neve now.
it's nothing, it's impossible till we try.
No, it's obvious we might have had a chance once, but we lost it. The goddess would be using some kind of spell to protect the mirror. It's important to her, so it stands to reason she wouldn't let us harm it with physical attacks.
Oh, I see, I should have known. That makes sense, but...
Never. She must be trapped inside the barrier too. That's right. Like, her eyes are over the dead fish right now. My mate is encased within that invisible, impenetrable wall of magic, and now it's too late to get her out. Never's in trouble and I can't help her. Fion's daggers were incapable of breaking the barrier, but of course my magic could do the trick. But Never's still encased inside the barrier. I'm sure I could break it down, but I don't want to hurt her. Oh, are you squirming, Great Dark Witch? How very unfortunate, and you thought you could march your way down to my lair and defeat me with sheer brute force. How naive you were! How foolish! How very childish! But what more can we expect of a band of girls who want to save the world? The time for playing a big hero as being a hero is over. Now why don't the three of you learn how to behave yourself? Just sit back and enjoy the show. Fiona waves one hand and all of a sudden I feel an immense pressure pushing down my back. It feels like the air itself has turned to a physical mass. It's making me sit, for I don't want to. I can obey this woman's wishes. Nobody can tell the Great Dark Witch, Viola, what to do. It's not possible. My pride won't allow it, and yet...
My body's moving its own!
I can't fight it. My legs are bending. I try to fight against my rebellious body, which is moving on autopilot, but nothing happens. My body won't listen to me. There! Now we're singing like good girls, little girls. The sparkle can finally begin. Look at your charming maid now. She has a pretty face, but I can see there's a lot of untapped anger and resentment welling up inside her. She has a short temper despite her nice manners. And if given enough of push, she'll explode like a powder keg. Now does that sound amusing to watch?
What in the world are blabbering about? They would never, ever turn against us. Sure, she might be kinda haughty, and she didn't like me all that much when we first met, but we've been on so many adventures together now. We're friends, and friends never betray one another. Our bonds are too strong.
That's what you may think, you enduring little optimist. But my mirror can see past all that. Friendship, camaraderie, and even love. None of it is constant, it's all mutable. People's feelings change. And perhaps Denver was bottling up more complex things than you ever imagined. That being the case, my mirror will soon cut through their defenses. It will strip the flesh from her body, metaphorically speaking, of course, and show you what lies beneath her facade. Now, Never. Yolan turns to my mate, one leg crossed over the other, and smiles thinly. You have suffered a lot in your life, haven't you, you poor thing? Suffered? That's right, I know all that you have suffered, for my mirror is showing me clearly. You were born as darkling, world which discriminates against our kind. All your life you've been mocked and insulted. But that wasn't the worst of your pain. Your family was poor and your parents had too many mouths to feed. You often went hungry in your childhood, but you couldn't complain because your parents were toiling so hard to support you. You were demanding jobs from an early age, hoping to scrounge together enough coins to feed your family, but it wasn't enough. During a particularly harsh cold winter, two of your younger siblings died, for you did your best to nurse them while your parents were busy working. No matter how hard you worked, you couldn't provide for your family. At least until you met Viola. That was when your fortune changed. For the better, you assumed. She heard of your plight, and she took you in as her maid. Finally, you could afford to look after your family. Your earnings saved them from debt and poverty. It was happy ending to your years of strife and misery. At least, that's what you told yourself, but your heart set in for another thing. You were forced into servitude as a mermaid. You had to beg and scrape for a living before a human woman. What the fuck are you? What? No. Your pride as darkling was hurt, your sense of self-worth was ruined. You had tried so hard to be a self-sustaining. But now you owe your family's happiness to this woman who would take everything away with a snap of her fingers. You knew your current position was unstable, you couldn't risk losing it, so you tried to work harder than ever before. What the fuck are you forcing into her heart? You pushed yourself to the limit, even before you risked making yourself ill. Hey. Hey, what?
What?
You worked and worked and worked desperate to prove yourself and to ensure your position. You told yourself that you loved Viola for the kindness. But on the inside, you were beginning to despise her. No, not that, you hated her. I kind of... No. Sorry, but I'm not capable of believing in all of that. Viola became kind to you and gentle, and fond feelings began to blossom inside her heart. You fell in love with your mistress. But how can such a love truly flourish between a slave and her owner? Perhaps that was just your delusion, to make the burden serve you to sting less. But the resentment got you faster, and you had no outlet for it. Serving Viola for too long has warped you. You're violent, unstable, jealous, paranoid, obsessive, afraid. You're sick. I am sick. That's right. You've made yourself ill, but it's not your fault. It's all because of Viola. She's the one that you love more than anybody. And she's the person you hate. She's the reason why you hurt. Okay, honestly, right now I want to smack Yona in the face. Really, gender equality, fuck it, man. Smack her in the face, right here, right now. I'm gonna warp there and kick her ass. Okay? And perhaps it is time you return the favor. What? Do you mean? The end of the world is nigh. Soon Asaph will be raised to the ground and Viola will be gone. You'll never have to face the consequences of your actions. You can do as you you can do and say what you want without guilt, without fear. You can finally break free from your mistress and be your own person. I can be myself. That's right, you can finally live unfettered and free. Yeah, for like 5 seconds. Take revenge on those who have wronged you, just as I will take revenge on Asaph. And then join me. The world may wither away, but if you remain by my side, I will offer you my protection. Be my princess Neve, let us create a brand new world together, erasing the rotten world which came before it. It will be a world without humans and without prejudice, populated on darklings like ourselves. I mean, sure, she says all that, but she's pretty racist herself. I'll always be there for you. Doubt. And I will make you happy. I promise. Okay, if she'll believe someone who basically she doesn't know at all, I'll be pissed. Please. Happiness, I can be happy? Oh, come on! That's right, you can be happy at long last without any lingering regrets or feelings of guilt. Yeah, you will have lingering regrets and feelings of guilt still if you do what that bitch is trying to force you to do. All you need to do is kill Viola. No, that's wrong, she's tricking you, Neve, that's obviously a lie! Fion calls out to Neve, but my maid doesn't even blink. She's so wrapped up in the goddess's deceptive words I don't know if she can listen to reason now. I won't have to suffer? I swear it! I will be free! Indeed! I see. Then it is the case. Neve takes a series of slow, shambling steps towards me. Wisps of dark magic begin to gather around her fingers like gloves. The magic crackles in the air ominously. Is she going to do it? Does she mean to kill me? Neve, what are you doing? That ain't gonna work! Kill Viola won't make you happy! Neve, please reconsider. You're being manipulated. Can't you see that this isn't what you want? If you were in the right mind, you'd never do this. Sure can be kinda scary. I know you have a short temper, but you'd never raise your hands against Viola. Feels right. You have to stop before you do something you regret. But Neve isn't listening. Their impassioned pleas bounce off her like water from a duck's back. She takes another step forward, her maid's dress fluttering. I always thought this dress was cute, but perhaps Neve didn't see it as such. Maybe she saw it as a symbol of her own captivity. Neve, please don't hurt Viola! It's not her hurt, and for you! When you realize what you've done, you'll Neve doesn't respond. She walks past Fiona without sparing her glance.
Damn it! I know you gonna talk to her. She'll listen to us, but maybe she'll listen to you.
That's right, you might be able to get through to her, even if our voices can't. You've always been the most important person to Neve. She loves and respects you above all else. You could stop her if you wanted. I'm sure you could. I could stop her. They may be right. Neve loves me. She cares for me. In fact, in that case, perhaps I'll be able to undo the curse that the goddess has inflicted upon her. If Andy can, it's me. Force Neve to come to her senses. Try to understand Neve's feelings. Choice 16. What it might be, PolishLynx? What will you choose? Huh? I mean, I know already what I'm going to choose. Because I'm crazy bastard. Try to understand the feelings, damn it! I want to defend myself from the goddess's accusations. Of course I do, but part of me pauses. Maybe she has a point. Hey, I'm Neve's mistress. It was mine to take care of her, but I failed. She's been suffering for so long, and I never knew. Then, in that case, this is all my fault. Neve takes another step towards me. She's standing over me now, engulfing me in her shadow. Dark flames, stronger than any magic I've seen, never will before, continue to burn and flicker around her hands. What are you doing? Neve examines me coldly, her eyes narrowed. Aren't you going to try and beg for life? Huh, Neve. A small smile captures my lips. You should know by now that I'd agreed with Viola and never back. If you feel upset with me, I understand. Perhaps I haven't treated you as best as I could. That is entirely my fault. So, Neve paused, blinking. You're not going to defend yourself? I can't, not now. Your feelings are more important than mine. If I really have hurt you, I apologize, and I will accept any punish you wish to give me. I'm not afraid of pain, I'm only afraid of hurting you. And losing your trust. You're not just my mate, Neve, you're one of my dearest friends. And I really do care for you. Now, I close my eyes. If you want to harm me, please get it over quickly, if this is what it takes for me to earn your forgiveness.
And this is a good moment to end the episode.
We'll continue tomorrow.
Bye bye!
You will hate me for this so much, I bet.